What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So I recently rewatched one of the first fitness videos that I posted in August of 2019 called Lean Bulking Diet and Training Tips. I'm planning on reacting to that and doing kind of a full dissection of that video and what I've learned the past 3 years of bodybuilding. But today I'm going to see how much muscle I have built naturally the past 3 years. And I'm actually moving houses next month, so this is probably gonna be the last video that you guys will see in my little home gym here. So let's get started. It's crazy because I first started getting into bodybuilding and powerlifting in this gym. So this is probably the last filming session I will do here. So yeah, we're gonna train some chest rolls, tricep, push dead. It's been many days of squatting, benching, deadlifting, boxing workouts, and it honestly is crazy to see how far I've come. So throughout this video, I'm gonna show some side-by-side comparisons, my weight progression, strength progression, and then finish off with my physique, how it has changed the last 3 years of natural bodybuilding. So it's gonna be compared to my sophomore year of high school to now sophomore year in college. All right, so starting off, we're gonna be benching. So high school Justin would have been doing a 5x5 with 140 pounds. Today, I'm gonna be doing a top set of 5 with 205 pounds, and then 3 sets of 12 with about 165 pounds. So I'm doing 65 more pounds for the 5 reps now versus then. All right, so let's get warmed up, and then we'll get into the grueling high volume sets. Don't worry, thoughts that you really want. Drink from my cup within me, what you really want. Come, lay me down, 'cause you know this, 'cause you know this. In the All right, well, we did 205 for I think 2 or 3. I guess that wasn't 5, but I did 200 last time for 5. Still, that is a pretty big increase. So next up, we're gonna be doing dumbbell flies. So back in the day, I was focused mainly on compound lifts and just things with basically only barbells. I rarely did anything with dumbbells, but now I've kind of learned that machines, cables, dumbbells are really good for building muscle. So I'm gonna be doing a lighter set for higher reps and then a little bit heavier for like a medium rep range. I'll just stick to 8 to 12 for the 3 sets of the flies. Back then I trained a lot in like that 5x5 kind of powerlifting style. So exercise 2. Next exercise, exercise 3, we're gonna do incline dumbbell. So like I said, mostly did compounds back in high school. For barbell incline press, I used to do 3 sets of 10 with 100 pounds total, like on the bar. So I switched to dumbbells mostly. I rarely would do barbell incline at this point. I just feel like I get a way better contraction using dumbbells and just having more of a emphasis on my chest, you know, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm able to like engage my chest a lot more. Unfortunately, the heaviest dumbbells I have here are 40 pounds. So I'm just gonna have to do that. And the goal is going to be to just do high volume and also make the lightest weight feel heavy as possible. So typically I would do anywhere between 65 to 80 pound dumbbells, which would be 130 to 160 pounds. So I'm doing about 30 to 60 more pounds, and also typically dumbbell incline bench is more difficult because you have to utilize more stabilizer muscles and stuff. That's just like my bro science explanation, but yeah, so definitely have increased my strength on incline presses. We're gonna get started with this, 40 pounds, just gonna not really count the reps. I'm just gonna kind of go close to failure, try to make it feel as heavy as possible, really go slow and controlled, get a deep contraction. That actually felt really good. Every time I went down, I was literally just staring at my chest. And then every time I went up, I could just see the muscle contracting. Sometimes when you're able to use lighter weights, you're really able to establish a good mind-muscle connection, which is super important. It's not just like bro science, meathead advice. Your brain is what signals everything in your body, right? Whenever you are really focused on a particular muscle, on a movement, making that weight slow and controlled, make it harder, you're gonna grow. With that being said, we are going to be doing the same concept. Since I don't have anything about 40 pounds here, we're gonna be doing shoulder press. So I'm gonna move this bench up and we're gonna do seated dumbbell shoulder press. The clip I'm gonna pull is from a different video, but like same time frame, still high school sophomore Justin. Back then I would do standing overhead press, 5 sets of 5 with 85 pounds. Now, just like with everything else, I prefer a dumbbell movement, so I do seated dumbbell overhead press. Whenever I do standing, obviously you are engaging your core, right? You also might use a little bit of leg drive to thrust the weight up. It's definitely more of like a powerlifting movement. Whereas with this, I feel like you're able to put a lot more of an emphasis just on your shoulders whenever you're seated. Typically, I will do 50 to 60 pounds for 8 to 12 reps, and that's dumbbells, so that'd be a total of about 100 to 120 pounds. I'm doing about 15 to 25 more pounds on my shoulder pressing. And again, since I'm doing seated with dumbbells, it is going to be harder to lift more weight. So yeah, that's kind of been my strength progression on that. I have no idea why I could overhead press. I haven't in like 2 years with like a barbell, but yeah, we're gonna get into this set. 3 sets, slow and controlled. Last thing for shoulders, we're gonna do some dumbbell lateral raises, which this is something I actually did do back in the day, but my form has changed a bit. I kind of used to like flail the dumbbells out towards almost like the back corners of the wall. Now I'm bent over a little bit more and I'm pushing the dumbbells almost to like these corners of the wall. So like the front corners instead of the back corners. Whenever I'm pushing the weight up like that, I feel like it's much more tension on actually my side delts. Whereas when I'm like this, it's just kind of like a weird, I feel like it puts me in a weird position for injury. In the old clip, I was doing 3 sets of 15 with 20-pound dumbbells. Now, I usually do 8 to 12 with 30-pound dumbbells. Kind of the similar, I mean, I don't know if my strength has really like increased on that. It probably is easier to lift more weight if you're just kind of flailing the weight and using your momentum like that. Now I'm a lot more controlled and really just focusing on the actual side delt itself. I feel like my shoulders speak for themselves. They definitely have grown a lot since then. Yeah, we're gonna get into these and then all we have left is triceps. All right, we're gonna be finishing up with triceps. So the only old clip I have from around that time in high school is doing the French press. And I think I did 3 sets of 8 with 50 pounds. And honestly, that's kind of like what if I was gonna do skull crushers when I'm laying on the bench, I would probably do 3 sets of 12 with 50 pounds. I don't know if that's really comparable, but my triceps kind of always been a strong point for me. Today, we're gonna finish up triceps with 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps of single arm overhead extensions, and then either tricep kickbacks or skull crushers. I don't know, you'll just have to be surprised. So let's get into the final 2 movements of the day. All right, so the workout's complete. Now I'm gonna do my best to try and like mimic similar to my old posing, just without hopefully like some of the cringy faces that I was making during it. But you guys will see that. Just a little thing, I was extremely lean in this video, like the old video clips. I was about 160 pounds. Right now, I've been 180, between 180, 182. We just had Thanksgiving yesterday and I haven't done cardio for like a week. I'm probably 185. So I'm probably about 25 pounds heavier right now than what I would have been in that older video. Because I'm not as lean, just so you guys can get a better feel of like how much muscle I've actually put on, I'm gonna show also some of the posing clips from my most recent cut. That ended in like June of this year. Not that long ago, I was 170 to 173 pounds. So that's gonna be me, close to the same leanness. I don't know if I was quite as lean, but pretty lean, 12, 13 pounds heavier, posing time. So that's been a pretty full comparison on how much natural muscle I've put on in the past like 3 to 4 years. Basically from my sophomore year of high school to my sophomore year of college. And honestly, they say after your first couple years of lifting, then you only put on like 1 to 2 pounds of muscle. And that old video clip, my sophomore year of high school, that would have been at least 1 year, maybe 2 years into training. I don't have a lot of footage of myself like day 1 in the gym. I have some pictures. After like already lifting for a while, that's the progress that I've made 3 to 4 years later. It's just important to keep in mind that making progress in the gym, especially when you're natural, does take an extreme amount of hard work and dedication. If you don't train hard, you'll probably start plateauing really fast. There's been years where I really haven't trained as hard. Past year and a half, I've really amped everything up and I've seen way more growth than what I did for my first 4 years of training. But unfortunately, as a natural lifter, I won't have like that same 3D delt effect look that someone on gear would have. But you can make a lot of progress and I definitely am proud of how far I've come. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure that you leave a like and you can comment below if you have any questions, any video ideas, anything like that. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. Just hit 1,000 so we're on to the next milestone. I will see you guys next week back at the normal gym. Peace.